Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the latest installment of Thoughts Count Anywhere. We're coming to you live, emanating live from Power Play Sports in Las Vegas, Nevada, here in the beautiful Boulevard Mall in the heart of Las Vegas. My name is Aaron Phillips. Sitting to my left is my partner tonight, Mr. Matt. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing very well. You know what's interesting is that we normally start off the show with our catchphrase, we are the four thoughtsmen, but we had a fatal four-way going on. And as you can see, half the team lost to you and I. You and I are the only two standing right now remaining in our fatal four-way. And I have no interest in battling you. I think we just call it a draw. And I think you and I are tonight's winners, if you ask me.
I was declaring us tag team champions.
And we have the belts right here to prove it, courtesy of the NXT brand belts. This is Adam Cole's belt right here, the championship belt, the men's belt. And right over here is the women's champ, Shayna Baszler's belt. Look at that, hot off the press. And we have a guest bell ringer. He's got to go a little quicker.
Hello.
Jason is with us on the belt tonight. Hey, by the way, good news. I just got a text from GoLiveVegas.com, ladies and germs. We are now streaming live simulcast on GoLive.Vegas. And we are available, if you don't want to watch us as we're doing this, we are available now, or GoLive.Vegas is available on the App Store and Google Play Store. So check us out. We are simulcasted. Doggone it, that's worth a couple of bells.
We're getting big.
Anybody give him lessons how to ring that frickin' bell? He sounds like a pansy on there. Hit that bell. There you go. That's what I want to hear. We're excited. Why? Because we actually have about a 4-hour show we're going to try to pack into an hour. My God, the wrestling world this week, Matt, has just been absolutely freaking bananas.
Yes, it has.
Let us start where we usually do with I Hear Voices. All right. Rumor number one, my friend, and I'm glad it actually panned out not to be a rumor. Triple H was going to join and was going to consider joining the NXT team for Survivor Series, and ultimately he went against it, which personally I think was a great idea.
Me too. I really didn't want to see that happen. It seems like he has to seem to put himself in like big matches, but
he does. He is a big match player,
and he's like in charge of like NXT. It seemed like a bad idea when you want to like put your talent out there. Why would you want Triple H to be in the middle of it hogging all the glory?
It would certainly contradict everything that he's trying to do. And why we were talking, because we are set up on the, by the way, Power Play Sports, we are set up on the TV monitor that actually shoots out into the mall. And we actually had a couple of passerbyers stop. And now they've come into the store. Do we have something for our fans that come in, right? Does he have any of the packets back there?
I don't know. Jason,
are you guys
right next to you?
Are you guys wrestling fans? All right, we got something for you for stopping in. See Jason, our bell keeper there. He's got something. You're going to have about 5 autographed signed wrestling pictures just for stopping in for today's show. And then what you need to do is you need to look us up on Facebook, Thoughts Count Anywhere, which you see behind us on the banner, which, by the way, I just realized is not even visible on our camera setup. And you must like us. And then this way you can stay on top of all we're doing and what we've got going on. So either here's what's going to happen before we move the camera. We're going to lose the belts and we go to the banner, or we keep it the way it is and forget the banner. What do you want to do? I say we go with the banner.
I think
and maybe we switch in the show. So go to the banner. So just tilt the camera straight up the way you have it. So we're on Jason. Keep going just a little bit, and then that's it, because now that's kind of perfect. That'll work. Because now almost there. Because then if he goes any higher, though, he's going to cut you. We will literally be just talking heads. So yeah, tilt it up just a smidge so we get the whole back. Scott spent money on this, so let's at least get the banner in there. Stop. Okay, that's it.
Perfect.
So now, if we slink down like this,
we
could be like Wilson from Home Improvement, where you just see the head. But that's okay. We'll figure it out. We'll get it going. And maybe mid-show we'll switch it back and we'll have the belts there. But anyway, so thank you guys for stopping in. Why don't you open up your packet and let us know who you got in there? While he's doing that, so Triple H didn't join the team. And you're right. If he had joined the NXT team, Matt, it would have contradicted everything that he's been trying to do in terms of bringing the newer talent up, taking that time away, right?
Yeah, definitely. It would have took like away from their talent to just put the spotlight on Triple H. And even Triple H doesn't want to do that. He's so into NXT and wanting to bring up the new guys that he wants to showcase them and just them.
Absolutely. By the way, we got a lot of people in the chat room so far. And we want to thank you for joining us. Please reshare the feedback to your wall so all your friends and family can check us out. And again, we want to thank GoLive.Vegas for picking up our simulcast. We're so excited, and he's letting us know how we're sounding, which we appreciate that as well. Now we're the guy who runs GoLive.Vegas, Aaron.
Yeah.
He's cooking dinner and he's listening to us. So I hope he doesn't like burn himself listening to anything we have to say. All right, next topic. It's like there's a sound distance between my finger and the bell. Liv Morgan is teasing a gimmick change. Goth look, maybe? Could he end up with Bray Wyatt? That would be an interesting pairing.
I'd like to see that. She posted a picture of like just her like lips and like black lipstick, kind of like teasing like what she might do next. And there was rumors she might end up with like the Fiend. It'd be kind of cool to see like what she would do, like a kind of a Harley Quinn-ish kind of maybe character with Finn Balor, do something in the Firefly Funhouse. It'd be kind of interesting to see.
Now, here's the interesting thing. At one time, it was Nikki Cross that they thought was going to get paired with Bray Wyatt. Wasn't it at one point? Nikki Cross with the crazy, silly, goofy stuff that she had done. I thought her name came out to be Sister Abigail, potentially in the rumor mill.
Yeah, I heard that too. I think Liv Morgan would honestly be a better fit because she seems like a better character to end up doing something like that.
So our fan here, let's see. Here's who we got here. Oh, Sonny. He got Sonny. Robbie E. And who is that? That is J.D. Michaels. And then we have
Eli Drake.
Eli Drake. Oh, now this is a classic one.
Papa Shango.
Here we go. I'm going to hold this up to the camera. Here we go. Are you a big Papa Shango fan? All right, there you go. See, there we go. See, this you guys got 5 just for stopping in tonight. He is now going to be like our biggest TCA fan right now. There you go. Good job, man. Thanks for stopping in. Are you glad you stopped in now? Are you a wrestling fan, sir? Yeah. Do you know anything about wrestling? Sort of. So if you get some signed pictures for stopping in, they may mean something to you. All right, let's give our next fan who's here. Actually, if one of you choose to come back next week, you see, I have a guy on the bell. I want to fire him. He sucks. Okay? So if one of you want to come back next week and be with us on the show live, I'll make you our guest bell ringer, and he's got a microphone. And so he'll chime in every once in a while, and you guys can share your thoughts with us live on the air. You guys want to do that? So you're from Pennsylvania. What part? Scranton. I went to school at Penn State. I'm from Jersey originally. So how long are you in town for?
Today's it.
Oh, dude, I'm sorry. But you can follow us on Facebook. And we're all over audio files. So you come back next week. Is that your significant other? Bring her back. She's better looking than you. Just kidding. See? He knows. What did he say? He says that's true. So you come back next week at 7 o'clock. We'll put you on the bell as our guest bell. All right? What's your name? Alan. And your sweetheart's name? Gio. Good to meet you guys. Sir, what's your name?
Phil.
Great name. Great name. Phil, good to meet you. Aaron Phillips. I'll tell you a secret later if you're still around after the show. All right. So we have see how well that worked? We have our first guest bell ringer next week. All right. Thanks, guys, for stopping in. We appreciate it. And I want to know who Phil's got when he opens up his envelope. All right. Can you handle that?
I can handle it.
Jason, remember, your mic is live, so chime in whenever you want to. And if I don't like what you say, I can just turn your mic off, so it means nothing.
That means you'll turn me off a lot.
Okay. So Bray Wyatt and ring the bell. Next topic. Bray Wyatt, Brock Lesnar, already being planned for WrestleMania 36.
Much as I don't like Brock Lesnar being in the main event of anything anymore, I'm kind of over it. Him against Bray Wyatt is kind of interesting, and I kind of want to see it.
It is very interesting. I'm just so over Brock Lesnar and the routine of him showing up once every couple of pay-per-views. I'm done with Brock. He means nothing to me.
Me either, but Vince seems to have a hard-on for him. And
well, yeah. That is true. He does. He does have that fixation for Brock, but and he is a draw. I'll give you credit for that. I'll give Vince for that. He sees big money with him, which is why he's not in every week.
Yeah, maybe.
Almost the way Andre the Giant was true. Remember how Andre was like a spectacle?
Yeah, it's kind of how Brock is
right?
now, but they didn't make Andre champion, so it's kind of irritating having your champion gone for who knows how long, and it was kind of cool to always see the champion on TV.
That is very true. That is very true. I agree with that 100%. But we'll see what happens, and it'll be interesting to see if that will happen. So, all right, next topic. He's on it. Notice how much better he's gotten in the last couple of dings. Now, War Games, they there could be a big surprise, epic surprise at War Games for Team Ciampa. Now, I find it interesting, and I'd love to get your thoughts on this. Everybody knows CM Punk made his resurgence on WWE backstage. And, there's always talk. Will he, won't he? Could it be that maybe he could be the epic surprise this soon?
That would be freaking awesome. I don't think so, but as far as like epic surprises that Triple H said in this like voice or on his conference call, said that Team Ciampa has a to be announced on his thing for a reason, and there's going to be a epic surprise. If it turns out to be Triple H, I'm going to be furious.
I hope not. Well, he's already come out and said he's not. I don't think he'll turn that fast.
True, but with Gargano being hurt, Finn Balor's already in a match.
Kevin Owens, even though he tried to recruit him this past week, right?
Could be Kevin Owens, CM Punk, or possibly Seth Rollins. It's only people being really teased about this, but
which means it's not going to be any of them.
could be CM Punk. People would lose their freaking minds.
Are you right? I mean, that would be absolutely crazy if it's Punk. But we'll see. You have to tune in. The pay-per-view is this weekend, right?
Yeah.
This weekend.
4 games is Saturday and Survivor Series is Sunday.
Wow. It's crazy. Big weekend. This is one of the big 4 for the WWE in terms of pay-per-views.
Yeah.
All right. Next topic. Let's get out of now he's trying to beat me. All right. Well, Jason, who do you think could be the epic surprise that Triple H is teasing?
I agree with Matt. It could be a toss-up. It really could be either CM Punk or it's hard to say, really. You just don't know. Triple H has done before where he said, I'm not going to show up, and then surprise, surprise, he shows up. Let's not forget it could be Shane McMahon, too.
As we were talking, I was just thinking about that. Who'd you get in your folder? Let me see who you got there, sir.
Well, with all the rumors we've been talking about the last couple of weeks, there's John Morrison who hasn't debuted yet.
You know what?
But would that really be epic?
I don't know if it would be epic, but I think it would be a surprise.
It would be like a cool surprise,
wouldn't it?
I think an epic surprise would be CM Punk.
Well, no question. All right, so Phil from Scranton, Pennsylvania, he's got 6 in here. 1, 2, 3. He's 6, right? He's 6. All right. So the first one he's got Willie Mack. That's pretty good. I like classic Mr. Wrestling 2.
That's really cool.
That's a good one. I'll help if I pull it up there. Okay. This is a good one too. Dr. Death Steve Williams with a classic picture of JR.
That's cool.
As well. That's a good one. This man we knew
Justin
Gabriel. Okay. Whoop. Okay, that's a good one. Here's a good one. Now noted trainer, D'Lo Brown. Right? That's a good one. I don't know about you, but I don't know if I'm going to give him this one back.
Tracy Brooks.
This may have to stay in my house, Phil. Don't let me find out you have it in a dark room somewhere.
Nope.
All right.
It's kind of a funny story. Me and Scott went to one of the Ring of Honor tapings, and she's married to Frankie Kazarian.
Really?
And we were sitting with her and her kids. Like they were like right behind us. And when Frankie Kazarian came out, her and the kids were booing him. Me and Scott were like, what is going on?
Crazy. Hey, we want to thank everybody for tuning in, and we want to thank everybody on the GoLive.Vegas network. We are being simulcast. Remember, you can download GoLive.Vegas in your app store, whether you have an Android. Play Store is your Android, right?
Yep.
App Store is your Apple products. You catch us live. Plus, a replay of this show will be every Sunday, I believe, at 6 p.m. On GoLive.Vegas, as well as a replay. So, which is kind of interesting because it'll be replayed in the middle of Survivor Series next week. So we should make some predictions. So let's talk about a Survivor Series preview. Do you have a run sheet there?
I do.
All right, give me a bell. He's so lame on that bell. Anyway.
Either I'm so early or so late.
Well, it's a personal problem if you ask me. But anyway.
Hit it with the metal part.
Yeah, hit it with the metal part. That's the problem. There you go.
Teach everybody how to do everything around here.
Bellus interruptus. Boy, I hope the executive director and producer's not watching because he may shut us down next week. Okay, then that would really disappoint that young man that was just here because we told him to come back and be on the show with us. Okay, let's go over the matches for Survivor Series. I'll throw them out there. I want to get both of your opinions on who you think will come away the winner and Brock versus Mysterio. This is setting up, in my opinion, to be almost a squash, but I don't think it will be. Gentlemen?
I think Ray's going to get like a couple rays of hope.
Oh, that was very
That-
good.
He might win, but
Couple false finishes, maybe.
there might be like a couple weapons used, and Brock might look in trouble, and he's going to hit a F5 out of nowhere and
Right.
beat Mysterio.
Okay. So we have a Brock over here.
I think it's going to go the other way. I think Kane and Ray's son is going to interfere on this match.
Okay. Make it a no contest draw. Okay. Interesting
It is a no
perspective.
DQ match, so
Well, that's
might be.
yeah, it is a no DQ.
Yep. So they could interfere and help out.
All right. There you go. That's a thought. Unless there's a turn, because Dominic there's been rumors that Dominic may actually become a heel and go out, just kind of end his father's end. So it'd be interesting, but that is a great dynamic, and I'm glad you brought that up. Good job. All right. The Fiend and Daniel Bryan for the title. The new look Universal title, which simply looks like a SmackDown belt right now, but all blue. I'm jumping ahead to what we have on the list there. We might as well incorporate it. So, Fiend and Daniel Bryan.
that's more of a squash match, I think, than it's going to be the Mysterio Brock match. I think the Fiend's going to win pretty devastatingly.
Okay. Oh, pretty devastatingly. Okay.
Pretty
Interesting.
devastatingly.
Will the red light be on?
Apparently, that's a Vince thing, and he loves it. So I'm sure we're all going to have a headache during that match. But it ain't probably going to last very long, and the Fiend's going to annihilate him.
Okay.
I agree with Matt on that one.
Okay. All right. Becky Lynch versus Bayley versus Shayna Baszler, the three champions. Triple threat. Is it there? It's not like winner take all, is it?
No.
It's
No,
just
they're all non-title.
they're on
matches.
top 9, so it's just a triple threat to beat the crap out of each other. Okay.
Like the only gripe I have with this whole card is there's nothing to gain out of all these matches. There's no
Right.
nothing to go for. There should be whoever wins the most matches out of all these gets the 30th pick in the Royal Rumble, or
There should be some incentive.
yeah, some kind of incentive for this, because it's they're all cool matches and everything, but there needs to be some kind of prize at the end of this to get people more invested, in my opinion.
Okay. But you didn't give me a winner, though.
I'm gonna go for Shayna Baszler.
Ooh, NXT here.
I'm going for Shayna too, just because I think that there's going to be a little surprise. Rumor has it possibly maybe Ronda may show up.
Oh. And
Yeah.
so if Ronda does show up, you're saying she may take out the man? Because
And-
that's who her biggest gripe is.
and cause a 4-horsewomen war that they've been talking
Ooh.
about.
Oh, yeah.
It's about
yeah.
time they do that.
That's
That's been a
interesting.
rumor forever.
That's another interesting take on that. All right. So we have two Baszlers there. AJ Styles.
Who's your pick?
I'm going to go with the man. Don't ask me why. It's just my gut instinct. I'm just going to go with Becky Lynch.
All right.
So no one cares about Bailey.
Does anybody?
had.
Unfortunately, does anybody? That's the thing. No, I just from the brutality standpoint, what we've seen out of Becky, I just think she's just more ruthless in going into this kind of match than Bailey is. Although I kind of like Bailey's new turn and the way she's presenting herself. But I mean, if we look at I think it's going to come down to Becky and Baszler
I
in the
agree.
end.
Yeah, I can
agree.
definitely see that.
So, okay. Next match, real quickly, AJ versus Strong. Just give me a quick winner.
And Nakamura.
Oh, and Nakamura. It's a triple threat. Sorry.
I'm gonna go AJ Styles.
Okay.
I got Roderick.
All right, I'll go with Nakamura. Might as well just take one of everybody. The Viking Raiders versus the Undisputed Era versus the New Day. Triple threat. There's no title up for grabs here, right?
No,
No.
it's all the champions. Against
All right,
each other.
champions. Don't they have a show called Night of the Champions?
They do.
Okay, I thought it was just me. I don't know. Okay, so triple threat tag team. Who's got who we picking on that one?
I'm gonna go Viking Raiders just because they've been pushing them so hard. I don't see them losing.
Okay. Hey, by the way, when you're watching here in the chat room, please by all means put your choice of winners into there. We'd love to share them with everybody. So please, yeah, jump them in there. Okay. Who's yours, Jason? Triple threat tag.
Undisputed Era.
Undisputed. I think Undisputed Era also, in my opinion. Okay. Now, Team SmackDown. Roman Reigns, Corbin, Ali, Shorty G. Strowman versus Team NXT. What?
Oh, and then Team Raw.
Oh, I'm
is-
sorry. I jumped out of order. I'm sorry. Team Raw: Owens, Orton, McIntyre, Rollins, and Ricochet versus Team SmackDown: Roman, Corbin, Ali, Shorty G, Strowman versus Team NXT. Who are the? Do we know everybody? Well,
They haven't even announced.
they
who's
haven't
on
even
Team
announced the NXT team yet. Okay, so we don't even know who's going to be on that side. But the interesting dynamic to me on the SmackDown team is having Corbin and Roman on the same team, especially after what Corbin did this past week with the
I can
dog
definitely
mascot.
see like Corbin costing Roman the match somehow.
Oh, no question. I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. It's going to be a cluster, you know what, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I see
I
Team
agree
Raw
with-
winning though.
Yeah.
I agree with
Team
that
Raw.
one 100%.
All right, so we got a Team Raw. Quickly, who do you think?
I got to go with Raw on this one.
Okay. Yeah, I think SmackDown team's going to blow up, and since we don't really know who the NXT team is, it's kind of really unfair to really justify a choice here. Okay, the women's elimination team. So for Team Raw, we have the Queen, we have Natty, Kabuki Warriors, and there's also rumors about Kairi Sane possibly not coming back to WWE when a contract runs out, and Sarah Logan taking on Team SmackDown. Sasha, Carmella, Dana Brooke, Nikki Cross, Lacey Evans, and versus Team NXT. And we don't know really all the women that are participating in that as of yet. So again, it's kind of hard to make a full call on this, but based on the two teams that we do know, Raw and SmackDown, who do you think comes out better than the other team?
I'm gonna go Team NXT, even though they don't know who's gonna be on there yet. But
Okay.
the women's division in NXT is, I think, better than Raw and SmackDown. So whoever they put on there, I think, can pull it off.
I think it's going to be the NXT women too, just because the fact of the matter is you got a lot of combustible entities on both brands on Raw and SmackDown that just don't get along.
Absolutely. That's the thing that intrigues me about this. And I don't know. I just think, again, without knowing the variable here of the NXT team, this is another one that can turn into a cluster, you know what. And I think that could be a problem for the result here. The last one we have. All right. We have the NXT champion, Adam Cole, will take on the winner of Dane, Priest, and Dunn. Sounds like a country band. Is that in the pre-show, that triple threat, or is that
The
early?
Triple threats tonight.
Oh,
and
it
the
is?
winner goes against Adam Cole at Survivor
Gotcha.
Series.
So it's taking place on tonight's NXT show. Gotcha. Okay. Who do you think would be the most formidable to come out of the triple threat to take on Adam Cole?
I want to see Damian Priest. I've been a fan of him since he was Punishment Martinez and Ring of Honor.
Okay.
I think him versus Cole would be a really good match. Cole puts on a great match with everybody.
Gotcha.
I agree with Matt on that one. Priest, it's his time. He's shown that he can hang with the big boys.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to be showcased a lot more now.
Okay. Being Jewish, I can't take Priest. Nah, I'm only kidding, folks. But I like Dunn. I'm going to take Dunn in that match. Triple threat to go against Adam Cole.
It'd be a
All
good
right.
match too.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. The NXT TakeOver preview, which is going to take place Saturday night, is the NXT TakeOver.
Oh, my bad. Thomas just corrected me.
What's
He said the triple threat match is at War Games.
oh
My
Oh,
bad.
okay. Well, that's good because now we're going to segue into the women's War Games match. Baszler. Let's see who else is up. Why don't you read off the band? There's nobody names on there that. Who is the
War
women's
Games
team
match?
going up against? Baszler.
Shayna Baszler, Shirai,
Oh,
Bianca Belair,
Belair,
Kaylee
Kaylee Ray
Ray.
versus. Okay, Ripley, LeRae, Knox, and Yim. Thoughts, gentlemen?
I think Rhea Ripley's team is going to take this one.
Okay.
I was hearing an interview of her the other day, and she was saying that like it's her dream to be in this kind of violent match. So I'm kind of excited to see what crazy stuff she's about to do. I think the women that team is the better team of the two, so hopefully they pull it off.
Okay,
It's going to be a good match. though.
Jason.
I think it gives us a chance to see Shirai and Belair, see what they can do as a team with the Shayna this time around. Where
Okay.
we've always seen those two just kind of just jump in just to kind of help Shayna. Now we can actually see them perform.
Okay, right on. All right, let's go on to the next. We talked about the Universal title change. I mean, is it just me, or was that title the Fiend kind of like very underwhelming?
Oh, with the blue belt?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping like when he was Bray Wyatt and he won the WWE title, they were teasing like this cool custom belt that they actually never debuted on TV. So I was kind of hoping there would be like the Fiend version of it.
Right?
When they just came out with like the blue version, everyone was giving him crap. So he kind of put his newborn son next to the belt.
Yeah, the Twitter
and was
picture.
like, Nash likes it, so everybody shut the hell up.
Yeah, that was an interesting thing to do with the
That was
belt.
funny.
Oh, it was actually a cute picture, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, next. Wait.
Slipping.
Oh, I'm flipping. I'm crying. And I'm fired.
Wait a minute. Let's do it in the real tradition. You're fired. Nikki Cross signs her new contract with WWE for 3 years. Surprise? I don't think so. Not with the push she's been getting since teaming up with
Miss Bliss.
The
yes, with
goddess.
Miss Bliss, right?
Miss
So I
Bliss.
think that's a good 3 years, right?
Yeah.
Raw review coming up next week, right? Oh, this past week. Lucha House Party. Now, Lucha House Party, if I'm not mistaken, had been portrayed as faces, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
So did they think turning them heel a little bit by interfering in this match was going to do something for them?
Why
why would they turn
thought
them?
it would be, but nobody cared. Everyone was mad they interfered in like a really good match.
Yeah.
I wanted to see what was gonna happen.
The
Yeah.
match,
I was furious when they came out.
the match was actually a really good match that Andrade and Rollins put on, and for it to end like it did, it kind of left us all just going, we want more.
Andrade stock went up a whole lot more on Monday.
Yes.
it did.
He was
It's-
going toe to toe with Rollins. And
yes. He certainly did. I agree
he's
with
like
that.
the future of the Raw brand, pretty much.
All right, I want to make. This is going to be the first. Please, can we make a pledge tonight that this is the last time that we're going to freaking talk about this Bobby Lashley, Lana,
And Rusev.
and Rusev storyline? I mean, now filed for divorce, right? Supposedly, middle of the ring. And I don't know why Vince likes this so much, unless he's punishing these three individuals for some reason. Please
He's
put
gotta
us out of our misery. End this freaking storyline.
He's got to be getting a kick out of it because it just keeps going and going and going. Lana's botch on her promo was pretty funny, though.
There was a botch. What happened? I didn't see it. I didn't want to watch it.
Say he was supposed to stay 90 feet away, and it turned into 90 days and then 90 miles. And
Oh, so
that's
she
when
had,
Lashley had to like whisper in her ear. He goes, "This is your line, stupid."
so now we're going to start seeing cue cards during promos.
Oh, that would be freaking hilarious.
My God. All right. That's it. Are we good with that? I want to tell the other guys when they come back, no more of the storyline. I don't want it on our run sheet. Nothing ever again.
Since the tag team champions just said so, it will be.
There
done.
you go. See? The champ. Okay, and sadly, Ember Moon confirms today on social media that she has a severe Achilles injury, and quite frankly, we don't know. She doesn't know when she's going to come back.
That's awful. She's like one of my favorites in the women's division.
And she got promoted. She got moved up to the main roster last year with such high promise, right?
Her Eclipse finisher is like my favorite women's finisher there is.
Crazy. It's unfortunate that that's the case. And along that storyline, we were talking about this before we went live. I mean, if you watch Total Divas, which of course is 6 months behind, so to speak, Nia Jax, both of her knees are so, dare I say, are both jacked. Yeah, I am a professional, folks. Do not try this at home, okay? I mean, she's got no cartilage. She's literally bone on bone for all intents and purposes. She has nothing in the knee. I hope we get it on tape somewhere that I would think the doctors, and you believe that perhaps behind editing, they may have said this to her, the best thing for her knees is she's got to drop some weight. I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, she is the way she is because she's comfortable with herself, and God bless her. I think she's adorable. I think she's got a very attractive face. She's got a great personality from what I've read when she's not on camera. But just for her health and well-being,
True that.
right? I mean, isn't the health more important than anything else?
To be in the class that she's in and the weight class that she is, it's got to be hard on her body just to even try what she does with that much weight.
Yeah.
And to be try to be as limber as she can be. it's got to put some torture on her.
Well, when there was an episode of Total Divas a couple of weeks ago where she had claimed that she had never jumped off the top rope. She's not a rope, which again, most big wrestlers are not rope people. And you could see the way she landed. She was landing flush on those knees, even into the pads.
Yeah, that looked painful.
I know it hurt me watching.
Me too.
When she would climb up there, you could see that she was shaking.
Yes.
And she was really, really scared. And there was times where she would look at Natty and go, I'm not doing this.
What am I doing up here?
She was like, oh my God, no. And you see people like Ricochet that just bounce off the thing and
absolutely
do flips and
that's
all
crazy,
sorts
right?
of crazy stuff.
But then again, it's also in the comfort of what you can do with your physical body. I mean,
True.
On a very, very small comparison, when I was 354 pounds 2.5 years ago, the thought of jumping rope was like, are you shitting me? Jump rope? If I trip over the rope, fall in. But now I've taught myself how to jump rope, and I can at least do single unders quite regularly, and I'm comfortable with it because I'm comfortable with my body. A Ricochet versus an Andre the Giant type thing, it's the same thing. I mean, they're just people who are just not made to do those kind of moves and have a fear because of body or whatever that they just can't get over that hump in doing so. All right. Before we move on to some AEW and Impact news, happening here at Power Play Sports, Friday, December 13th through the 15th, Sports Cards, Toys, and Collectibles Show. Just going to be, I don't know, a couple of people here that Power Play Sports will have to sign autographs. I don't know, somebody like by the name of former WWE superstar Simon Gotch. Now, I hope Scott's not listening, but Simon Gotch. I love you, Scott, but Simon Gotch? Okay.
He's gonna
anyway,
be in town for Kevin Cross's show.
Oh, okay.
Easy
All right.
booking.
So why do we get Kevin Cross? Although I must say, as a pop for Power Play Sports, there are already signed autograph pictures available for purchase here at Power Play Sports of Killer Cross. See, I made that up for you, Scott. Okay. Margaret Kelly, the original Tinkerbell, who the character was fashioned after, is going to be here signing autographs. She coming in costume? Don't answer that question.
Kind of hope not.
Former Oakland A's and current car wash owner Jose Canseco will be here.
Soon to be pro wrestler.
Do you think he's really talking about jumping into a ring? I mean, he tried MMA.
Get a match with
Was it? Oh, right. Was it? Did you just ring the bell?
No.
You rang the bell on me?
Nope. It was a light test.
Johnny's not here. You chill out with that thing.
It was to see if you were paying attention.
Oh, I'm paying attention to you, Jason. Don't you worry about that, dude. So I wish I could read the fine print, but Jose's going to be here Saturday the 14th from looks like 4 to 9. Simon Gotch is going to be here Saturday the 14th from something to 2 p.m., 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. perhaps, right?
Yes.
Yeah, my eyesight's better than I thought. That's pretty good. Jose Canseco will be on the 14th, as I said, from 4 to 9. Now, here's the cool one, and I've actually had the pleasure of interviewing this individual over the phone a few years back when I did a show on Fox Sports. WWE Hall of Famer Tony Atlas will be here live at the store Saturday the 14th from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. So Boulevard Mall, 3528 South Maryland Parkway. Back on the other side by the Galaxy Theaters, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Free admission to come in. Get autographed memorabilia. There's trading cards here, collectible toys, all kinds of night stuff. But come on down 13th and the 15th through the 15th because you know what? Great stocking stuffer ideas here.
Yeah, there's going to be 50 tables of 50 different vendors with toys, cards, and
throughout the mall.
Everything else. Yeah,
I was going to say, because you're not getting 50 vendors into this store.
Oh, it's all going to be in front of the movie theater, Jumanji opening weekend.
Oh, real? Oh, Jumanji, Rocky. Okay, gotcha. See? I catch on. All right, ring the bell. Okay, Twitter war kind of innocently started by CM Punk talking about his role with Fox, right? And again, making it very clear. Why is that? Could you put your hand on that? That thing's tolling in the background like the dead man's walking through here. Anyway.
It might be.
It might be. So he makes a comment because he's working for Fox now, right? That nobody's safe. He's going to come in on anybody and everybody. And for whatever the reason, Tony Khan over at AEW thought that CM Punk fired a shot over their bow. And so what does Tony Khan do? He replies back with a comment regarding the Saudi Arabia travesty. What's going on? Do we really need this? Is this a work? Is this I mean, to me, it's garbage because then it exploded from then Randy Orton gets involved, and then Charlotte gets involved, and this one, and Cody's wife Brandy gets. Come on, really? I mean, all about nothing. Was it really
It was
needed?
funny to listen. It
Well,
was
sure.
funny to read.
But do you really think CM Punk's original tweet warranted that kind of reaction from Tony Khan? Now, Randy
No,
Orton though fired
From what
back.
I've heard backstage, Tony Khan's like the biggest mark of anybody.
Well,
So
how about Randy Orton's though reply back to Tony Khan about Khan's dad?
he goes, if I wanted to talk business, I'd call your dad.
Except the fact that Orton also included some old information apparently that Tony Khan's dad was being investigated for improper or something or other back a couple of years ago.
Oh yeah, trying to sell the Jags to some Saudi Arabia thing.
Something silly and goofy. So I mean, what do you make of all that stuff?
It's the whole Twitter war is just it was funny, but it's just we don't need to hear it.
No, it's not necessary.
It's not necessary. It's just a mute point.
Herm Edwards, who is now the coach of Arizona State College football, Arizona State University, former Jet, former Eagle. With Johnny not here, the fact that I'm referencing anything about the Eagles surprises the crap out of me. Herm Edwards was also the defensive guy who picked up the Joe Pisarcik, Larry Zonka fumble at the Meadowlands back in the late 70s and ran it back for the touchdown to kill our Giants. He used to have a phrase when he worked on ESPN about anything about social media. Don't hit enter. Delete it. Okay.
You need to tell that to Seth Rollins.
So, I think Seth is trying to be like Becky personally regarding Twitter.
He's doing a horrible job.
Well, you know what though? But Seth they have not really done well with Seth over his last couple of months, right?
Not really, but ever since he lost the belt, it's kind of just it was like that NXT thing kind of started and it just died out. Like nobody. Then he like moved to Kevin Owens. So I thought it was going to be like a tease of him turning on Raw or something up until Survivor Series, and it was just that one promo. And you don't want to join? Never mind. Okay.
Right. Go on to the next. Right. I don't know. All right. Next.
We are taking applications for a new ring bell.
Well, we have a new one coming next
Operator.
week. We have a
See
new
our
one
Facebook page to apply
for
with
more
it.
details.
I feel so loved right now.
You're feeling something. It ain't love. Let me tell you that much.
Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. And I say that with love, by the way.
Right.
Right. Cody Rhodes wins the trademark battle to his dad's character name of Dusty Rhodes. Big thing? I think so.
Yeah, I thought that was like a pretty cool news story because he can't even call himself Cody Rhodes.
Right.
Because WWE owns a name, so that's a pretty big coup for him to at least get the rights to his dad's name.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think it's a good thing. Next. He's learning. AEW also trademarks Bash at the Beach, but in return, the WWE is considering countersuing Cody and AEW for the name.
I don't understand why WWE would care. They haven't had a Bash in the Beach since
Well, when they took
WCW.
Well, I was just going to say, though, but is there still some proprietary ownership rights, though, because they bought WCW with that trademark name? I don't know.
Don't you have to use it within like 5 or 7 years and then it just kind of drops off?
I don't know.
As far as I know, with copyrights?
It's a great question I don't know anything about copyright law. It's a great question. I don't know. I have no idea, but I just personally think Vince is just trying to make the waters muddy for AEW and Cody. I just think it's another ploy to try to slow them down, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I mean, so, all right. Also, Cody.
You went on a trademark spree.
Yes, they are. He trademarked the Match Beyond, which was the original name for the War Games that his dad created. So the Match Beyond is his making.
Yeah,
right?
his dad created the War Games match.
Right.
And that was the original name for it. So AEW might be trying to do their own version of War Games.
Match Beyond. I don't know.
Should
I
be
kind
the
of like
inner
it.
circle against Cody and his buddies, I guess.
Right. Cody and his buddies. Sounds like a beach group. Cody and his buddies.
The Elite versus the inner circle. I could see that.
That's not bad. All right, next. All right, before we go into independent news, I want to go back to something that I threw out to you guys before we went on the air about Bailey and the belt. I want to thank Count Out Cameron for sharing this, reposting it on the TCA page. conspiracy is, first of all, your champions have some flexibility as to how they want to carry the belt. You know, some wear it normally, some carry it over the shoulder. Roman Reigns carried it backwards, which many people did not like because many people believed it was a disrespectful way of handling the belt. But you notice Bayley, when she's particularly wrestling, especially in her new gear, she doesn't wear it to the ring. Now, if she's at ringside in street clothes, she has it usually with her on her shoulders.
Yeah.
The reason she has not been seen lately with it wearing it to the ring is because her new ring gear, she's taken her name, Bayley, B-A-Y-L-E, and she's broken it up into 2 3-letter lines. So the top line is Bay, B-A-Y. Then it's L-E-Y. Just so happens the A and the E happen to be on top of each other. And what is the letter in the insignia that is on the SmackDown belt, or all the belts for that matter? What letter does it look like?
W.
Wow, you guys are good with that, man. So the conspiracy theory is that between the garb she wears and then wearing the belt around her waist, we see right down the middle of her AEW. Is it a reach? Is it? I don't know who has the time to have spotted something like that, but somebody did and has put it out there as to why she may not be. To me, just change your wrestling gear and wear the belt down to the ring.
Yeah.
What do I know about hockey? I mean, what do you think? Is it legit, or is this just something stupid the internet's made up?
If WWE is really suing him for Bash at the Beach, I could really see him being that petty to being like, oh, you have AEW like lined up on your gear.
So
You're totally not doing that.
So change your gear, right?
You would think, but she probably already had it made and probably has different versions of it made already.
Okay. All right. I
So
guess.
little like, throw it on your shoulder, I guess.
Something here, or just somebody with a lot of time on their hands?
In my personal opinion, just take the belt off Bayley because no one
And
cares
give it
if
to
the
someone
champion
else.
anyway.
Who would be the next formidable champion for SmackDown if she were to drop the belt? Who could she lose it to?
Alexa Bliss.
You think so? But we've been there, done that. Don't you think it's time? Again, to me, Alexa winning it back and forth, and even Charlotte. I know what they're trying to do with Charlotte. 16 championships, maybe eclipse her dad in terms of total titles. But I don't know. So there's enough other women. I'd like to see somebody else wear the belts. I mean, Bayley, I was happy when she got it the first time, even when she won it back. Who's been impressing me, and I'm glad she's kind of getting the push in the Survivor Series. I got news for you. Dana Brooke. I mean, is she 100% the best? No, I get that. She's trimmed down. She looks fitter. She looks much sharper in the ring. Otherwise, why would they be giving her a push in these type of matches?
True. I could see that.
I would.
I was actually going to go with, I was going to say, Evans would be good.
I'm not ready for Lacey Evans. She is just something, I don't know. That's my take. I'm not ready for Lacey Evans to wear a belt yet. But that's just my take. But
Or
a
even
lot of
Carmella.
people been there, done that. The freaking belt's heavier than she is. I mean, I don't know.
Realistically, it's probably going to like Sasha Banks.
I can see that happening.
Yeah.
A war between Bayley and Sasha, where Sasha turns
God,
on
we
Bayley.
haven't seen that before.
No, we haven't.
Yeah. Well, right. Yeah.
They do put on some good matches, though.
At least not on this level, right?
Right.
We haven't seen it. So, hey, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Thoughts Count Anywhere. We appreciate it. If you want to catch us on other sites on our podcast, Matt, why don't you give a rundown a little bit of the other sites people can get us on podcast?
We are on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, Pandora, and everywhere else you can get podcasts.
YouTube.
We're also on YouTube.
Yes, we have a YouTube channel. So bottom line is, on all these sites, check out Thoughts Count Anywhere. We are also being simulcast as we speak by GoLive.Vegas. Please feel free, if you don't catch us here watching it, download the app if you're not in front of your computer to pull up GoLive.Vegas. GoLive.Vegas is now available on both Android and Apple products, and you can just listen to us. And our playback on that network is going to be every Sunday at 6 p.m. So if you missed this show live, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern on GoLive.Vegas. And thank you to GoLive.Vegas for picking us up as well, which, by the way, I will jump the shark here as long as you're listening. Saturdays at noontime, Twin Brothers from Different Mothers will also be simulcasted on GoLive.Vegas now that we know how to do it.
Took a little work, but
Jeez. And so you'll be able to catch us on GoLive.Vegas as well. Okay, Bell. Before we go to BVW, let's talk about the other internet fiasco, or why didn't they edit this out? That should be the name of another segment. Why didn't they edit it? Like Bayley's ring gear, right? Why didn't they fix it, right?
yeah.
This next story we're going to talk about, why did they edit it? So why don't you give the backstory on this next topic?
So an NWA Power filmed about 3 weeks ago, I believe, and they
That's the
went
key
to-
part. 3 weeks
3
ago.
weeks ago, and they apparently their editing team wasn't paying attention because Jim Cornette on YouTube during the Trevor Murdoch versus what's Mickey James' husband's name?
Oh, I don't. What, Mr. James? I don't know. What is it?
The
Can you,
champion.
can you look it up? You do know how to use your phone better than the bell, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Versus the NWA champion. His name is
Soon to be coming.
on the tip of my tongue, and I cannot remember it all of a sudden. Nick Aldis. That's his
Oh,
name.
Nick Aldis.
Nick
There you
Aldis, Duh.
go. Thanks, Jason.
Do-do-do.
Yeah, at least you beat me before my phone.
He said that Trevor Murdoch is the only person I know that can strap a bucket of chicken on his back and ride across Ethiopia.
Now,
Whoa.
understanding that probably what Cornette was trying to get across, that Murdoch is a tough SOB. Right?
Yeah. Could have said it just like that, though.
But we're talking about Jim Cornette, right? We're talking about Cornette here, you know? I mean, yeah.
Of all
And
the
then-
people that he hates that are always talking on his podcast, the stuff that Joey Ryan, Joey Janela, Kenny Omega must be having like a blast with this.
So what was the result today? What came across the news line today about Mr. Cornette?
He resigned from NWA.
Do you
Which
think
who knows if that was him or if he was forced to.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, exactly. Probably to save face, he resigned rather than being fired. Could this be the end of Cornette, though, doing commentary, do you think? I mean, listen, he's a legend. He's a historian of the business. You know, you watch the Viceland series about wrestling and you see him getting involved in those. He is a wealth of knowledge. But, I mean, how many times do you go back to the fire?
I don't see him doing commentary again because I think he's burned the bridges with literally everybody now.
Just a few times.
But I can see him like as a backstage role because he does have a
Producer.
lot of knowledge and
Mhm.
a lot of he knows what he's doing, but he just doesn't need a microphone anywhere near his face.
No, God help us, no. All right. Next, BVW Bell. This this past week on Saturday, Big Valley Wrestling. I have to close that down for a second. Big Valley Wrestling held a fundraiser at the LGBT Community Center as because of what happened with their graffiti issue to their building over the summer. Great turnout. We had probably about 150 and 200 people.
Oh, nice.
Great matches were held. But more importantly, or just as important, this Sunday, the 20, what is Sunday's date? 25th?
Believe so.
Right? 24th.
Friday,
I know why I have
24th.
the Jason is infecting my brain right now. I know why I have the 5 in my head because it's the 5th year anniversary. Battleborn, Big Valley Wrestling will be having their 5-year anniversary card. Sahara Event Center down on East Sahara or Karen, depending upon which way you go, 800 East Karen. Doors will open at 1:30. Show will start at 2 p.m. Good for all ages. So far, the matches confirmed are the Big Valley Wrestling Heavyweight Champion Frank the Tank taking on Big Dirty, who was the winner of the Sin City tournament, where he got the opportunity to wrestle against any champion. Big Valley Wrestling Las Vegas Championship, the delinquent Kevin Ducats will take on your demigod of death, Funny Bone. If you've never seen Funny Bone, first of all, if you've been living in a cage, and a cave for that matter. Last man standing match. This match has been brewing over the last couple of Big Valley Wrestling events. Sergeant Major taking on Sean Black in a last man standing. This is going to be a brutal match, folks.
That's going to be a good one.
Right? Fresco is going to take on Congo Crush, plus others to appear on the card. Santana Jackson, your tag team champions, Exceptional and Tenacious. The Sour Boys. Matt Vandergriff is going to be there. Steven Andrews, Sky High, and a special in-ring appearance from former heavyweight champion Jason Mewes, plus more to be announced. Tickets are available for purchase online. Simply go to Big Valley Wrestling on the Facebook page. Get all your ticket information available. That's this Sunday coming up at the Sour Event Center. You betcha. And I will be there with Johnny Rock if he recovers from his birthday celebration today, which is why he's not here. He will be on commentary with me. Aaron at GoLive.Vegas, you'll have to tell me how to fix that the next time I go live on Saturday, okay? Thank you, sir. Appreciate the feedback, so to speak. All right, ring the bell. So, you know what? Believe it or not, we may have gotten a little bit of a late start today, but I think we've covered. Is there anything else we need to cover other than our final topic there?
No, I
That
think
we
we
forgot?
covered everything.
Boy, is there anything that you want to throw in topic-wise before we get to our final segment down there?
No, we're good.
Okay. So who invited him tonight to be on the microphone? Whoever it was should be fired. Well, I guess this is my last podcast, ladies and gentlemen. No, just kidding. Actually, it's been fun having you here. I appreciate it.
Definitely.
All right, pop culture news. This is where Matt and I share our thoughts on just about anything we want to, although I keep looking up at the pretzel maker across the way, so I may have to get a pretzel on the way out. But
You get coupons every week.
I know, there are coupons. You get a 2-for-1 deal here. Johnny promised me, by the way, Johnny Rock, when you back next week, you promised me last time that you were going to cover the 2-for-1 special on these pretzels, so I expect payback next week.
That's why he promised you the 2-for-1 this week, because he knew he wasn't going to.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. And by the way, Johnny Rock, the next time you leave ahead of me from a BVW event because you have to go eat, I'm going to glue your ass to the chair and shackle you there while I'm trying to get out of there because my wife is recovering surgery. I just thought I'd tell you that. Okay?
That was a promo on you, sir.
Yeah, that was a shoot, by the way. Is a shoot?
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead. You go first. What topic you want to talk about?
Since I've been a Yankee fan forever.
Oh, he stole my thunder. Go ahead.
I'll
No.
do the other one then.
Go for it.
Oh,
I'm
that's
just
fine.
busting you. No, I'm busting you.
It was kind of like Las Vegas news.
No, go with the one you started. I'm just hassling you.
Derek Jeter, the captain,
The captain.
the probably one of the best Yankees of all time, is eligible for the Hall of Fame this year, which he's going to unanimously get in. There's no doubt in anybody's mind.
Now, if he doesn't, the Baseball Writers of America Association who vote on that, what is it, like 350 people? They all, before leaving that voting room, should pee in a cup and be drug tested and have their votes taken away if he's not voted in unanimously on the first ballot.
If anybody walks in with the Red Sox hat, they should be thrown out the building.
Well, you know, Kurt Schilling is still on the ballot, and people are making a big case for him to finally get into the Hall. You know, and there's 20 guys on the ballot. And I looked over the list very briefly when the list came out.
Yeah.
The first timers that have hit, like Raul Ibanez. I mean, he was a good player, played for the Yankees. So, is he really Hall of Fame worthy? Now, I haven't sat down and compared numbers, but when I look at Hall of Fame names and lists, I look for names that jump out at me as guys who, did something without having to go look at stats.
True. Derek Jeter, he's like, that's the guy.
Right? You know, I mean, I don't know. I'm telling you, if he doesn't get in, I may just have to become, let's see. I may have to become a soccer fan and give up my baseball membership. I mean, I don't mean that to be a slight to soccer fans, those who love it. Great. I'm not a huge soccer fan, but I'm sorry if Derek Jeter just doesn't get in on the first ballot unanimously at 100. Now, here's the thing. There's going to be one writer out there that's going to defy all the odds.
Probably from Boston.
And has it in. And I think there are a couple besides Kurt Schilling. I don't remember on the original 20 list if there were any other Red Sox that have met their 5-year eligibility that can be voted in. But there's going to be some old-time writer from yesteryear that doesn't believe somebody should be voted in 100%, and they're going to just cast a vote and basically throw it away as the anti-establishment.
Probably.
And that person should
Better not happen.
And I'll be honest with you, that person should have their vote taken away from them. Dan Le Batard had his vote taken away a number of years ago, the ESPN analyst, because he basically submitted a no vote or something, or he did something. Oh, I know what he did. He polled his audience about who he should vote for, who he should cast his Hall of Fame vote for by polling his radio show audience.
No, that's not how you do it.
Right? No, may not be, but you know what? If I had the vote, get the opinion of fans, but ultimately I'm still casting that vote.
Yeah.
So the Baseball Writers Association took his vote away. If Jeter doesn't get in, and I agree with you, dude, everybody should be. Those who voted against should lose their ballot and or be drug tested on the way out. That's just my opinion, right? All right, Las Vegas news. A lot going on here, really, in Vegas. The boring of the Tesla people moval thing started. They broke down. They broke ground in that this past week or last week. The Raider Stadium's going up. Should be ready to go. All this great talk, but another long-time hotel here in Las Vegas is being torn down. But unlike other casinos that have been torn down without really knowing what's going to go up in some places, we already know what's going to happen with this one. Is that come February, they're going to begin restoring that location. And it is basically becoming the Virgin Hotel. Sir Richard Branson's brand has bought the space over and will be turning it into the Virgin Hotel. But the history, though, that goes behind the Hard Rock Cafe, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids 2, where the kid grabs the guitar and starts playing it like air guitar in the middle of the street, with Rick Moore. I mean, come on, classic stuff. I mean, have you gone to the Hard Rock? Have you spent time seeing shows there?
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of shows there. I love the joint. I'm just gonna
Right? What was your favorite show that you saw there at the Hard Rock?
probably 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah, but that's what you use for carpentry. Was your favorite show? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. See, at the end of the day, I get punchy. For some reason, I'm getting punchy right now. It's been a long day. We had hail here in Las Vegas. We had hail.
Did you get hit in the head this
I
morning?
did. Yeah, I did. I got hit in the head by the hail. See, after I'm driving home from work, I got into CVS literally just in time. I'm standing in there, and I'm hearing what I thought was the rain hitting the store, hitting the building. And as I turn around and walk out, I see what's falling from the sky, stuff that's falling down on like a 45-degree angle. Sun is out. We get closer to the door. It is hail, pea-sized hail. I posted pictures of it. That was all around me. So I decided as it started to lighten up, I leave the CVS because my car is parked right in front. So maybe 15 feet from the door, I got pelted. It hurt. If you've never been hit by hail, forget the golf ball size. These were little pea-sized hail. I think I have a concussion. That's probably why I'm acting the way I am right now. I may have to go on the
We'll do
7-day
some concussion testing off there.
Exactly. So if I'm not here next week, I'm in the concussion protocol for broadcasters. My God. But it was crazy. Crazy weather in Vegas. But anyway, so the Hard Rock is gone, soon to be replaced next year by the Virgin Hotel. Take Virgin however you want to. But did you see also, you know how much it would cost you to take Richard Branson's flight to outer space? Because they're building a resort out there. Did you see what the price tag was?
I did not.
$30 million. Plus, you still have to pay for airfare to get to where you have to go. And we're anticipating luggage fees on top of that. $30 million to
How
go
much
on.
is a luggage fee to go to space?
Who knows? Who knows? I guess depends on when you weigh it.
Hopefully,
If
it
you
ain't
weigh
run
it
by
when you get-
Frontier.
See, but if you weigh the luggage when the rocket gets to the outer space, they're weightless. So it wouldn't cost you
Can we
anything.
weigh the stuff on the moon?
Yeah, right? Weightless. Oh, my God. Hey, guys, I think we're done. Ring the bell. Are we done? Anything else you want to talk about? It's Survivor Series. Don't forget to watch it. We're gonna have to replay the show so we know what the hell we forecasted to know if we were right or wrong. So, and then I would love to see feedback from our listeners on our Facebook page, right?
Yeah, I want to hear from you guys too about what do you think's going to happen, or review of what we saw on Sunday once it happens, and get everybody's feedback. I want to hear from
Absolutely.
everybody.
We're going to be trolling our Facebook page throughout once I'm done covering BVW on Sunday, I'll be in front of my TV watching it. So I may be late to the party, but thank you for watching. Hey, make sure you go out and like our page, Thoughts Count Anywhere on Facebook. Make sure you subscribe to I keep looking straight ahead, and everybody's just been looking at the top of my head all night, and I can't. If it go like this, then I lose the microphone.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we got to fix that. Anyway, what was I talking about? See, I'm concussed right now. I don't know what the hell I was talking about. What was I talking about? Oh, Survivor Series. Our page, Facebook page. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out all of our podcasts that Matt mentioned. Also, we want to thank GoLive.Vegas for simulcasting. And also remember, the Sundays at 6 p.m., you'll catch a rerun of this show on GoLive.Vegas. Been fun.
Yeah, it was a good show.
You know what? We survived. We are the new tag team broadcast champions here at TCA.
Undisputed.
We are our undisputed era at TCA of broadcast champions. So the other two guys, who needs them? Do me a favor, edit that out before you post these. I'm only
We're
kidding.
kind of live, man.
Oh, live. Crap. All right. That's
By
it.
the way, Aaron said that, not Matt.
That's right. Send your comments to. Hey, listen, don't forget, by the way, if you want to advertise and promote your show on the fastest growing wrestling podcast out of Las Vegas, how can they contact us, Matt?
Our email is thoughtscountanywherepodcast@gmail.com.
There you go. Great opportunity to promote with us. We have some great shows scheduled for 2020 coming around the bend. High profile folks will be coming on the show. to share their thoughts with us, wrestlers, performers, who knows who else. But advertise, get in touch with us, and get on board before rates start going up in 2020 as we continue to grow our popularity.
I'm working on a couple of things too that I'll tell you off air that might be pretty cool.
Oh, scooped. We're going to be scooped. Love it. Scoop. Okay. For what's that guy's name on the bell? Jason the Bell Guy.
And see you. Yeah.
The one in last time, Bell Guy.
Thanks.
One and only
You're
one.
very welcome.
We'll see if that young man that was here earlier actually does come back next week. I hope he does, because Jason sucks on the bell. I'm going to have our own string over here to work the bell by myself over here. So
This bell's gonna become a weapon in a few minutes.
I know I'm going to be taken out.
Then he's really gonna
I'm
be
really going to have a
concussed.
concussion. Hey, but I will say this. I'll tell you what, come out from behind there. Well, no, stay there.
Okay.
The belts we saw at the beginning actually were courtesy of Jason, the NXT belts. We thank him for bringing them down to be part of our, even though you can't see them, they are here. Here, let me do this. Let's see. Why don't we put them on our shoulders? We sign out tonight. And I won't unbuckle them because I saw it took them 10 minutes to buckle them back together. Okay. There you go. The NXT belts right here. We are the champs. Have a great week, everybody. Be safe. We will be. Are we going to do a show next week before Thanksgiving? Just dawned on me. Next Wednesday is Thanksgiving Eve.
Oh yeah.
Stay tuned to our Facebook page to see if we'll be doing a show next week. We'll have to converse with Scott and see what we're going to do next week because it is the eve of Thanksgiving and people will be traveling. But who knows? We may be here. We may not. So in case we're not, happy Thanksgiving. If we are here next week, we'll wish them a happy Thanksgiving again.
Yeah.
All right. That's it because I can't ramble on anymore. Have a great week from Thoughts Count Anywhere. Enjoy Survivor Series. Enjoy War Games. If we see you on BVW, that would be great as well. Have a great week, everybody. From all of us here at Thoughts Count Anywhere. Have a great week.
Have a great week.
Later.